Okay, hello everyone and welcome to Lost Legend Demo, Session 2, Episode 3 and 4. We're instantly diving into it by, first of all, of course, giving you all the URL again. There you go, please do check it out, it is worth it. I've noticed that after like practically the first two sessions, it's amazing. I completely adore it already. And it's nice, like finding a game like this and or talking to a developer, like getting to know like games like this. I just adore it. Anyway, so I know where to go. I'm still going to explore the city first. So exploring is like a big part of this game. Exploring is a really big part. It's actually recommended to explore. You actually get that hint from like quite literally everyone. So what we're going to do is actually go into every house apart from one house, and the last house is also the last house we're going to check eventually. Morgana, she's got a shrine as usual. Okay? Secret switches, don't forget to look. So yeah, secret switches, that is a very good sentence. They actually tell you to explore, to actually go after the secret switches if you can find any of them. There is nobody in here. Okay. Let's see. You. The food are expensive, but at least increase my ability for pedals. Piano? Sorry, I'm on a break. Food. Okay, so we can buy food here if we want. So what we're going to do this session is at least take a couple of minutes to just level up, because that's pretty important, I feel. We should save you a coin. One way or another, buying things you're trying to get info can drain your coin. That is completely true. I just looked at the prices and I can buy nothing from that inn. It's way too expensive. One night, okay, yep. So those two probably have the same conversation as like with the other character. Good luck at your adventures. Oh right. Okay, he gave us the other thing. Oh wait, this is the house we eventually need to enter. Let's see, what do you have? Oh yeah. No, okay. I know what I know what this is. I'm not that stupid. I mean, maybe I am, but this is different, okay? We've been in there. But yeah, I enjoyed visiting Steph. You can break the altar if needed. And it's I forgot the last hour I spent. I forgot the last hour I spent reviewing my emotions. Maybe I should take a moment. Yes. Remember, it's been more than my apps. Brought me here. Received. Okay. I don't know what it is, but sounds good. Anyway, so we've explored the complete city now again. Which leads me practically to the house that I didn't enter. Or the house that I entered and I was like, yeah, nope, I'm not going to explore this. Because this is actually where we need to continue on. Yet another to seek my wisdom. Wait, I have seen you around here before. Why do you approach me? Clayton, he's disappeared, hasn't he? You guessed it right. I seek your advice with greater intention. Good fucking god, I can't speak anymore. Alas, poor Clayton had everything within his grasp only to lose sight of what was so important. What was he seeking from you? Clayton. He asked on subjects no one else had asked in years. I gave him information on the goddess and the merchant society. What exactly do you have? Not much, but you can see for yourself. Very well, but there is something else. I found the key along with the book that was left behind before Clayton disappeared. From what I can tell, this book hasn't been around for years. Let me see that. Fear not, I will be able to decode the language written in this book. This came with the key, right? That symbol, I've seen it on a mansion on the edge of town. Then I will investigate. Take caution to your steps. Remember, the more experience you have will save you on the long run. So, they're practically telling you to level up. The more experience, the more EXP you have, it's going to help you in the long run. Which, yes, it is going to. I leveled up a couple of times during the original session, the original second session. I got devastated. I got murdered. Well, almost. I didn't actually, but I got very close to like being dead every time in that mansion. So I'm not going to take a chance. I'm going to walk practically the same square over and over again here. Which is what I did earlier on as well. Okay, see now he has used counter attack, so it means if we attack him now, we're just going to get attacked back. And we can't actually hit him while he's counter attacking. Okay, so now we're practically getting somewhere. So, I'm going to level up a couple of levels. You're going to still see this in the actual video. I'm not going to cut anything out. Like, this is a demo, I won't cut anything out. I want you to actually see how I've experienced it completely. And the only thing I can do for that is to actually just keep things like this in as well. Otherwise it's not fair, otherwise you're not getting the experience that I got. I mean, like, there is like 5 minutes of gameplay left out between the two sessions, which is where I on accident went to save at slot 1 after like starting the second session. Oh fuck, you're actually counter-attacking. It was counter-attacking and getting me confused. So now the thing about these healing, about these save points, well, they heal you. We're going to save again with file 2. So this is overwriting, this is practically overwriting what I did during the second session originally. I don't really care about that. Like, what I'm like, okay, yes, it's overwriting it, but that part wasn't worth anything to me since that isn't even recorded anymore. I deleted that recording. It's still like the first stream, so if you want to rewatch the stream, that is still possible. You can still rewatch the original stream. You can still, like I'm going to keep that on forever, so like you can always watch it if you want. It's on the URL that is in the stream chat. But you just have to enjoy Duncan and me talking. More than actually talking about the game, for instance. And this time it's completely about the game because now I'm alone. It just works better for me at that point. I'm sorry. But yeah. So I'm glad to actually be playing this demo. I'm glad that I actually get the chance to like meet solo devs, for instance. It just gives me like a lot more energy. Plus I actually became pretty good friends with the solo dev, so. And I do actually adore that. So again, file 2. So please keep in mind you will see me save and level up here a lot. Just for the fact that this is a pretty intense thingy for me. Like, well, and then I mean intense of like leveling up. It's like a lot of leveling up for me. Because I'm really just going to need to. If I'm going to do this without... Oh no! Oh, he was counter-attacking. I didn't even see him counter-attack. We just went to level 7. So I was like level 9 and level 10 when I actually did the other location. And it's still possible like on a lower level. I mean, I know what to do. It's just... It's like what that old wise man said. The more experience you have, the easier it becomes. Period. End of story. That is quite literally how it goes. And also we're now fighting a rat and 2 bats. Of course we missed. Of course we were missing at like that crucial moment where we could have killed him. But okay. If was victorious, we need to heal again. So even though we're like in this game, like in this location, like a lot, and like we're actually attacking a lot, we're actually doing a lot of damage, we can still die here pretty easily because the monsters here are not that easy actually. They still combine to a lot of damage per turn. So being able to actually get rid of like every enemy is pretty handy. Also, I now saw the left one counterattack, so makes it pretty easy for me to actually just evade that and just go for another enemy in the meantime. Like that. The moment his counterattack drops, instantly attacking him again. So our health is like not down a lot. Also, I know in the next area they've attacked me like in groups, pretty painfully. Like it just took like one fight and I was already almost down completely. So that's also a reason for me to not be there right now. Because if you just need 2 fights to take me down, then yeah, that's never going to go well for me. How am I supposed to win that? Not really. I mean, to be fair, like I actually have the notes. Still, I'll be going through the notes again, of course, during the time that I'm there. I don't need FaceTime. iPad, why the hell do you open FaceTime when I need my notes? So the notes about what we're going to get into are actually pretty easy. But yeah, I know where to find those notes, luckily. I know what note means what. I know the exact answer to like the notes as well. Because I've gone through that like last time. Even though I didn't really keep that save file, it's still important to me. So it feels like we're kind of dying this time. We're blind. We're actually dying. Okay, no we're not. We can do this. I mean, if we can actually hit the enemy and not be blind the whole time. Being blind is not good. Okay. What we're going to do is certainly save again. Save / heal, of course. Because that's the only reason I'm here. It's saving plus healing. So yeah, I think that this entire 3rd episode is just talking with the old man, just looking at the city, and practically leveling up. That's the entire 3rd episode. Period. So that means we still have another 15 minutes or so of this. At least another 15 minutes. So for the people that don't want to actually watch the grind, like, I mean, sure, there are people who don't want to watch that. For the YouTube version, just wait another 15 minutes. Period. It's that easy. Or not wait another 15 minutes, just go for the next episode when it comes out, because that's when we're continuing. That's when I hope that we're continuing. If I'm still not strong enough, I will actually use that entire episode to level up as well. Which, I mean, so the amount of time that it takes to actually level up is not that bad. It could be much worse even for me. But I still want to actually get like as far as possible. But yeah, an hour of leveling up for like a 4-hour demo. Good God. It means that like we're doing a lot in an hour. We're doing a lot apart from continuing and apart from actually getting somewhere. I'm also seeing a notification in my Discord, so... Or in a Discord. Not my own, because Me6 is not working. Okay, it's nothing or nothing important. No one or nothing important. Keep that. I can't speak anymore today. This is what happens if you meet a friend IRL for like the first time in 6 years. Or for the first time in your life after you've known her for 6 years. Then you just stop being able to speak. It's just that easy. Let's see, so how are we on? We're about halfway through our life, okay. Through our hit points, as they are also called. So please keep, so in the past I actually used to call them health points for some reason. Even though like the proper term is hit points. I found out really late as well. See, it was actually fun when I found that out. I was like, wait, what? Why did nobody tell me? Oh, also the enemy is, he fled? What? So this is the first time, if I'm correct, that an enemy is actually fleeing on my ass. Also, it just did 69 damage. Hashtag 69. I just love that. For some reason, I just have 69 in my head all the time. Just because it was the summer of 69. That's all I'm going to say. All wounds have been healed. Thank you. So yeah, we still have another 13 minutes. So I'm really sorry to the stream for like if the leveling up the whole time is boring. And if people just want to see me continue the game, actually continue on the storyline. But this has to happen if I'm like for what I feel like, because I got devastated during the original try. Hell, I even died in like the first 10 minutes of the game when I started it during like the original session. That was fun. That showed how well I am in games. Can the next fight please start? I don't want to keep walking walking squares while the enemy is not appearing. There we go. Now can I at least get my bottle open. We're just going batshit crazy. It took some time, but we're finally level 8. You know what? Ah, god damn it. So after my next time healing, I'm actually going to try out Dimension. I'll be actually continuing into Dimension, actually doing what I need to do there. Going after the nodes, getting screwed over by enemies. Because that's what we do. Notice that I'm underleveled and then go back here for the entirety of at least this session. For at least session 2. And then session 3 I will actually have to enter the dimension, because I'm not going to let another session go to... Well, it's not actually a waste, but it's still... So I just like the exploring. I just like to actually continue on and to actually try more things out. Because after like I don't know how much time there is left after Dimension. So the developer was already impressed. I actually got past the like I actually did go that far into Dimension already last time. Or at least she used the word wow. So when she asked me like how far I was like, well, I did the clock in the mansion with the key in the teapot. With the 632 and stuff. Like only one of the 6 survives. 2 does something else. 3 does something. It's It's actually a really interesting puzzle. Even though you can just try things out, it's still like you can just try them until you just continue on. It's still pretty handy. Like it's still pretty handy. Like people have actually asked her sometimes about the the what and how as well, but I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to ask her like how to get through certain puzzles. I'm not that way. Okay, so the dimension is pretty hard, and I'm just going to go to it right now. It's on the edge of the on the edge of the city. Here we are, the thingy, the dimension. Let's dive into it right now. We'll start off with going to the right. Expert help was acquired. And we're instantly getting attacked. For 81 damage. And a miss. Yes, as I said, the monsters here are hard AF. Okay. It was acquired. What I want to do is actually get out of the dimension right now. Actually, first looking through this door. Damn it. No, don't confuse me. So we'll let the first one flee instantly. Okay, there we go. Why do I want to get out of the dimension first? Well, just to save. Oh right, this was a oh no. It was a mimic. I completely forgot about that. So I didn't want to actually get murdered, so I used the other thing. Here's hoping we can actually destroy this mimic. There we go. We at least got 2 items from him. So why am I first leaving the mansion to then come back to it afterwards? Well, I want to save in between. I want to actually heal up. And you only have one place in the mansion where you can do that, from what I understand, what I've seen so far, and you have to go up the stairs for that. So up the stairs, it's not really like monsters are there going to for you like every second as well. It's still better to stay like to first do everything downstairs and then eventually move up to upstairs and just save in the city first. That feels more worth it for me at least. A radio. What's going on with this radio? Seems a bit out of place. Oh, that's not the first thing that's out of place. Because when we look at this, The clock appears to be very aged. The pendulum seems frozen. Raising cream was acquired. What item? So there was something that said like something about everything. I'm not trying to solve a cursed riddle. Good luck to those who wish to break the code. The key to the clock I left in the teapot. For my own concern, it's my own skin. For my only concern is my own skin. So they're telling you the key is in the teapot. The teapot is upstairs. I know that part already. We're first going to save again in the city, and then we're actually going to move upstairs. So there are a couple of things that we need to note upstairs. Numbers, a door, loot. It's actually pretty interesting to actually go through that. And we're going to do that actually pretty instantly. So I was originally like a lot more upstairs just because I was moving around more. And I managed to just actually get attacked like once every time between saves. So that is not going to happen this time. I was lucky. I'm not going to get that lucky this time. So I'm going to go upstairs on the left side for just a simple reason of actually the left side being your save point. I mean, it's that easy. First of all, you have a chest there with T-Waz. So nothing up here is, I think, a mimic. So and that mimic was hard, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, I think you can see why I don't want two enemies back to back. Because that will devastate you with the damage that they do. Also, this enemy is devastating me anyway. A TikTok as does with time. Only tree will open a door. Only tree will cycle. From the life that was created, death awaits. Only in death, the door opens the key of life. Only in death opens the door. Okay. Elements that are often overlooked. Always read in between lines. It's a pretty... So that's like one of the hints that you're getting. From what I understand, that's one of the hints. So the books, you can try to activate them, it doesn't work anyway. So we're going to go outside here for a second, because, hey, there's something here that we can use. So let's now move to the right. This first door here. The door's locked. There seems to be a note attached to the door. 3 strike did war cry. 2 marked for betrayal. Only 1 of 6 did survive. So this is like the code that we need to use for the clock. I'm just throwing it out there. The clock has a code, needs a code. You have the key, well, which we're actually going after right now. And I got a little rat instantly escaped. So what I'm going to do now real quickly, because I'm not going to go back and stuff. Knowing like what you can do with those. So you can hear something rattle in the inside. Smash the teapot. Hell yeah. There's a note inside. You can solve them as well. Finding notes in the library. It will help you acquire the key of death you seek. So, okay. In the library. And that's not even a thing you can do, okay. So let's actually go through here. I mean, this is like a normal chest. Oh god. Oh my god, don't do this to me. I'm going to go through all of my health points this way. All of my health items. Luckily I have also 2 panaceas. Catholicon was acquired. Ooh. So we need a key of death for this door here. And honestly, I actually know where it is. So in the library. Oh wait, that's stop. Okay, wait a second. So we're first going to save. So there are notes in the library. Alright, surround you. Read in between the lines. Elements of time always overlooked. Look in between the lines. Read in between the lines. War broken between 2. 1 was left. Tree forever caught in the middle. So tree forever caught in the middle. So that means that 3 is like the second and middle number. But yeah, what was that? War broken between 2. 1 was left. Oh god. Why did you fucking evade? I don't like when enemies evade. Okay. So only 1 was left. War broken between 2. 1 was left. And then I think you can get the last... So I didn't actually look at these notes before. I didn't actually do that. I didn't actually dare to look into the thing at that point. 6 letters to the one who survived.